What started as a Hollywood whisper has exploded into a full-blown legal war. Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni, a battle of power secrets and reputation. Every court filing, every leaked document, every online post is fueling a story that could change everything. But the real question isn't who wins in court. It's who controls the narrative and the truth that the world will believe. Stay with me because nothing you think you know is safe in this shocking saga, Blake. Lively had always been the picture of Hollywood poise, the carefully curated career, the perfect red carpet smile, the roles that dazzled audiences and critics alike. But beneath the surface, something was brewing in late 2024, a storm that would soon pull her into one of the most explosive legal battles the industry had ever seen. While the rest of Hollywood slowed for the holidays, Blake was quietly preparing a move that would shake not just her career, but the very structures that protected the powerful and punish the vulnerable. Insiders said she was exhausted. She admitted to friends that she had not given herself time to recover from the pressures of fame and the constant scrutiny. Yet despite the fatigue, despite whispers of caution, she moved forward, filing a lawsuit against actor-director Justin Baldoni. That was more than bold. It was incendiary. She accused him of sexual harassment, retaliation, and fostering a hostile work environment. Allegations that sent publicists into panic mode and had lawyers sharpening their knives. Headlines exploded overnight. Everyone asking, was this one actress finally speaking truth to power, or was it the first strike in a calculated Hollywood chess match? Lively's complaint detailed incidents that she claimed revealed patterns of misconduct, manipulation, and silencing tactics, private conversations and behind-the-scenes dealings that peeled back the curtain on a system that seemed designed to shield the powerful while punishing those who challenged them. Her supporters saw courage, a woman standing up for herself, but critics whispered strategy, questioning whether the timing, the language, the claims were all part of an intricate long game. And then came Baldoni's response, a staggering $400 million counterclaim, a move that felt less like defense and more like war. In his version, she was not a whistleblower, but the architect of a scheme meant to destroy his career and reputation from that moment on. The media frenzy began. Every filing became a headline. Each court date an event. The saga unfolding like a live entertainment series, complete with cliffhangers at every twist. Subpoenas landed on unexpected figures, whispers of secret communications, and media allies shaping the narrative, both sides insisting they were fighting for truth while neither showed any sign of retreat. And when a federal court ruled on June 9, 2025, dismissing Baldoni's counterclaim, the impact reverberated. Across Hollywood, the massive lawsuit collapsing under its own weight, a crushing defeat for a man who had sought to turn the tables, a victory celebrated by Lively's legal team, framing it as validation, even though the original harassment case remained unresolved. Behind the scenes, lawyers began plotting the next moves. Protective orders became the focus, as both sides fought to control what could be disclosed publicly and what remained hidden. The stakes were no longer confined to the courtroom, they had spilled into the digital sphere, into podcasts, comment sections, and viral posts. Every move amplified and analyzed, with millions watching, eager to see who would blink first. As the legal war intensified, a new front opened, one that took the conflict far beyond Hollywood insiders and courtroom walls. A notorious celebrity blogger, Perez Hilton, was suddenly drawn into the fray, accused by Blake Lively of publishing over 500 articles aimed at discrediting her coverage, often laced with provocative nicknames and inflammatory commentary. Lively alleged that his reporting went beyond commentary into coordination with Baldoni's allies and corporate interests, part of a broader scheme to damage her reputation. But Perez fought back vigorously, invoking journalistic privilege, insisting he was independent, reporting on a public legal battle, a clash of narratives that turned what might have been a private dispute into a full-blown media spectacle, while Perez defended himself. Lively's legal team did not slow down. They began issuing subpoenas targeting bloggers, podcasters, and YouTubers, demanding access to communications, private messages, and any material that might link them to Baldoni or his corporate partners. Even mid-sized creators found themselves suddenly in legal crosshairs. Among them was Lethal Lauren 904, a YouTuber known for her sharp, unfiltered takes covering celebrity drama. What had been routine reporting for Lauren overnight became a nightmare. Her inbox flooded with legal demands. Her savings drained in weeks, and sleepless nights consumed her as she scrambled to respond. It was not just about reporting anymore. It was about survival. And the public watched, fascinated, horrified. and speculating millions of viewers seeing a powerful celebrity appear to reach beyond the courtroom to pull even those with modest platforms directly into a multi-million-dollar battle, while Lively maintained that these subpoenas and protective orders were standard discovery aimed at preventing leaks and harassment. Smaller creators saw them differently as warnings that speaking on the wrong story could make you part of the war. The courtroom had become only one stage. The other was the sprawling digital arena, where perception moved faster than evidence, and every online post, every share, every comment could tilt the scales of public opinion. The stakes were no longer just reputations or careers, they had become about control of. The narrative about shaping what the public believed about what they were allowed to see and hear, every deposition filing and protective order, became another strategic move in a game that no one could escape, a living, breathing saga amplified by social media and the press turning legal maneuvering into entertainment. While legal teams maneuvered and fought, the audience had already begun to pick sides, to interpret events, to speculate on intentions, to turn the conflict into a narrative of heroes and villains. And as Lively's legal filings expanded to include more protective orders, including attorneys' eyes, only restrictions, the story only grew more complex. What had begun as a personal legal fight between two Hollywood figures had morphed into a sprawling examination of influence, power, and control, in a world where the digital court of public opinion carried weight equal to or even greater than that of the courtroom itself. The battle escalated further when a 292-page sworn deposition of Blake Lively emerged, a document that could either fortify her claims or unravel everything. The hours of questioning, the detailed responses, every moment of testimony became a potential weapon in a war that no one wanted to lose. Baldoni's legal team immediately filed the transcript, unredacted and unsealed, into the court record, a calculated detonation in the digital age, a spark thrown into a field of dry grass. The move ignited outrage and speculation, the public eager to dissect every page, every word, while Lively's team argued vehemently that the filing served no legitimate legal purpose, that it was pure theater designed to humiliate her, feed the gossip cycle, and seize control of the narrative. The judge responded swiftly, striking the transcript from the record and sealing it, emphasizing that the inclusion had been a media spectacle. Yet even as the pages were locked away, the intrigue only deepened. The absence of public access fueled speculation. What damaging details might lurk within hundreds of pages? And why was Lively so intent on keeping them hidden from sight while the courtroom fought for control? The online war raged on creators, commentators, and journalists scrambled to parse filings, leaks, and rumors. Every post, every clip, every viral moment adding fuel to a fire that seemed impossible to contain. And it was in this chaotic digital storm that lethal Lauren found herself at the center. A mid-sized YouTuber suddenly subpoenaed to hand over private communications and materials linking her to Baldoni or Wayfarer. What had begun as a reporting project became a personal ordeal. Legal fees skyrocketing, exhaustion setting in, sleepless nights of worry as she faced the full weight of celebrity power. Suddenly, her commentary was no longer commentary, but evidence. Her opinions, her posts, her analysis potentially weaponized against her by a system designed to intimidate and control. Yet Lauren did not back down. She filed her own motion for a protective order, framing the subpoena as harassment and act of intimidation by a celebrity with vast resources, a David versus Goliath fight unfolding in plain sight, and the court responded, granting her protective order a legal victory. But in the court of public opinion, the narrative was far from resolved. The episode only amplified questions about Lively's tactics, about the boundaries of influence in modern celebrity culture, and about the costs of speaking truth or opinion in an era where even a mid-sized voice could become the target of multi-million-dollar legal power. The saga had become multi-dimensional, no longer just a dispute between two Hollywood figures, but a sprawling conflict encompassing courts, media influencers, and online communities, a test of who could control what the public saw and believed. The lines between legal strategy, media spectacle, and public perception blurred at every turn. Every filing, every leak, every headline, a chess move in a game with stakes far beyond money or reputation. It was about narrative dominance, control of perception, and ultimately the truth, as defined not by evidence alone but by who could tell the story louder and longer and with the most impact. As the legal and digital battles raged, the stakes escalated with every new filing, every headline, every social media post. The courtroom itself became almost secondary to the sprawling theater of public perception. Blake Lively's team continued to push for protective orders, An attorney's eyes only restrictions documents so sensitive that even Justin Baldoni would require his lawyers as gatekeepers, a move framed as necessary for privacy, yet seen by critics as a method to control the narrative. The conflict expanded to multiple fronts. Subpoenas landed on bloggers, podcasters, YouTubers, and journalists, each receiving notice that their words, their posts, their private communications could become evidence in a case that had grown far beyond its original scope. The pressure on those outside the immediate conflict was immense. Many complied quietly, hoping the storm would pass. Others, like Lethal Lauren, pushed back, refusing to be intimidated, framing themselves as independent voices caught in a war they never asked for. Meanwhile, every deposition, every court filing, every legal maneuver was instantly dissected online. Snippets of arguments, headlines about sealed documents, and speculation about Lively's private communications fueled millions of views across platforms, turning a legal battle into a real-time media circus. The public had already decided who they supported or opposed, guided less by evidence than by perception. Influencers, commentators, and viral posts shaped the narrative faster than lawyers could react. And through it all, Blake Lively and her team framed her as more than a plaintiff, a fighter challenging not just Justin Baldoni, but a Hollywood system that punished women for speaking out. Her legal filings portrayed protective orders as necessary shields against harassment and leaks. Baldoni's team insisted the same moves were smokescreens designed to obscure damaging information and control what the public would ever see or know. The audience watched spellbound, some rooting for her, others convinced of a larger strategy at play. Every leaked document, every rejected subpoena, and every court ruling became another plot twist in a saga that blurred the lines between legal reality and entertainment. While the official trial remained months away, the story had already permeated comment sections, podcasts, and trending videos. The verdict of the public, long before the jury deliberated the battle, had become a mirror reflecting the power dynamics of fame, influence, and media control in modern society. Every filing, every leak, every viral post was a reminder that in today's world, the court of public opinion can be as consequential as the courtroom itself, and that even the most carefully constructed legal strategy must contend with an ecosystem where perception moves faster than proof, and where silence is not neutrality, but defeat. The saga of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni had evolved into a sprawling drama part, courtroom thriller part, digital spectacle, and part morality. Play a story about power control and the relentless scrutiny of public life. And as each side prepared their next moves, the world continued to watch, waiting to see not just who would win in court, but who would control the narrative long after the gavel fell. And every social post, every headline, every shared clip ensured that the story would live on beyond the courtroom, for better or worse, shaping the understanding of fame, power, and justice in a culture where perception often outweighs evidence, and where the lines between reality and narrative blur with every passing day. As the courtroom drama continued, the battle between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni expanded into every corner of digital media. Every tweet, every viral post, every YouTube video became a potential battleground. The stakes were no longer limited to legal arguments, but stretched into public perception and influence, millions of viewers forming opinions in real time. While the official trial remained months away, the online court of public opinion had already started rendering judgments. The saga drew in unexpected players, bloggers, podcasters, YouTubers, and journalists, all scrutinized under subpoenas or protective orders. No platform was safe, and every voice that dared to speak carried the risk of being drawn into the escalating storm. Lively's team framed these moves as necessary to protect privacy, prevent harassment, and shield sensitive evidence. Yet critics argued the tactics were intimidation designed to control the narrative and silence dissenting voices in this landscape. Even midsized creators like Lethal Lauren found themselves facing enormous legal pressure, forced to spend thousands on attorneys, while sleepless nights and stress mounted. The case exposed the fragile line between reporting and participation, and how easily independent voices could be swept into a multi-million-dollar legal crossfire. Simultaneously, high-profile figures like Perez Hilton were pulled directly into the fray, accused of publishing articles that allegedly formed part of a coordinated smear campaign for Lively. The conflict highlighted the tension between journalistic freedom and the strategies of celebrity legal teams seeking to manage information flow. The sealed 292-page deposition became a symbol of secrecy, and speculation fueling online debate and driving views across platforms. Every leaked filing, every headline snippet, and every viral clip reinforced the narrative that in modern fame, control over perception is as crucial as control over evidence. The saga also illuminated the sheer power of influence in contemporary Hollywood, where the intersection of law, media, and celebrity culture creates a complex ecosystem in which narratives are shaped in real time, often outpacing legal proceedings. Every court ruling, protective order, and subpoena became a story in itself, generating endless content across digital media, turning the trial into both a legal showdown and a spectacle for public consumption. Viewers became active participants, interpreting filings, dissecting statements, and spreading their own narratives. The impact on Lively and Baldoni extended beyond reputations. It became a reflection of the broader issues of accountability in Hollywood, the challenges of privacy for public figures, and the way media and social platforms amplify every detail, every accusation, and every legal maneuver in a world where perception can outweigh proof, and where every move is dissected in public. The case demonstrates how modern celebrity conflicts are fought not only in courts but across the internet, a living multi-front war where narrative control, influence, and public opinion are the ultimate prize. As filings continue, leaks emerge, and online speculation grows, the saga is far from over, and every development continues to shape not just the outcome in court, but the larger conversation about fame, power, and justice in the digital age. Every viewer, every post, every click has become part of a story that will be remembered long after. The trial concludes, showing that in the modern era, controlling the narrative can be as consequential as the legal verdict itself, and that the courtroom is only half the arena while the other half lives online in feeds, comments, and viral clips. A reminder that perception is currency, and every headline, every viral post, every whispered rumor can tip the scales in ways that no gavel or judge can fully contain. The Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni case is no longer just a legal dispute. It has evolved into a sprawling cultural phenomenon, a story about power, influence, and perception in the modern era. What began as a Hollywood conflict over alleged misconduct quickly transformed into a multi-dimensional saga involving sealed depositions, subpoenaed bloggers, podcasters, and YouTubers, and a digital court of public opinion that moves faster than any gavel could fall. At the heart of this battle lies a struggle, not just for truth, but for control over narratives, over evidence, and over what the public is allowed to see and believe. Every filing, every court ruling, every protective order and subpoena has become a strategic maneuver, a chess piece in a larger game where perception carries as much weight as legal argument. In Lively's narrative, she is a fighter, a woman challenging an entrenched Hollywood system that shields the powerful while punishing those who dare to speak out. Each legal move her team has made framed as a shield against leaks, harassment, and coordinated attacks. Yet to critics, every protective order, every attorney's eyes, only restriction, every subpoena appears as a calculated effort to manage the story, to suppress dissenting voices, and to shape the narrative in her favor. The inclusion of figures like Perez Hilton and Lethal Lauren only magnified this tension, showing that in today's landscape, no one is truly outside the reach of celebrity power. Even those with modest platforms can be pulled into a multi-million-dollar legal crossfire. The sealed 292-page deposition became a symbol of this struggle, a reminder that in the age of digital media, the line between evidence and spectacle is razor thin. Every leak, every headline, and every social media post has contributed to a public story that may well overshadow the legal verdict itself. In this case, the audience has already rendered judgments based on clips, commentary, and curated narratives, creating a culture where perception can outweigh fact. The public has become both spectator and participant in a drama that reflects larger truths about fame, influence, and the power of storytelling in a culture driven by clicks, shares, and viral moments. While the official trial is months away, the lessons are already clear. The case highlights the fragility of privacy, the intensity of media scrutiny, and the high stakes of reputation in Hollywood. It underscores the challenges that individuals face when confronting powerful figures and systems, and it raises questions about fairness, objectivity, and the ability to truly separate fact from perception in a world where narratives are shaped in real time by influencers, journalists, and viral content. Whether Blake Lively ultimately prevails in court or not, the story serves as a reflection of modern celebrity culture and the shifting balance between justice and perception. It forces viewers to confront uncomfortable truths about power, accountability, and the often blurred boundaries between reporting, commentary, and manipulation in a world where the courtroom is only half the arena. The other half lives online in comment sections, trending posts, and viral clips, and in that arena, control is the ultimate prize, shaping not only how history will Remember these events, but also how the public perceives justice and truth in a culture where influence moves faster than proof, and where every story told has the power to define reality long after the gobble falls.